Hello, 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 hello. Good evening, one and all.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to another live session with my good self, Paul.
And Jason.
Why didn't you join me, sir? And my good self,
I
Jason.
was distracted with you sorting your microphone out. Oh, it's very bright, isn't it?
Yes, good evening, hello. I'm Paul,
I'm Jason.
and together we are
Those
Those
Vegan
Vegan Guys.
Guys.
And we decided we were going to do a random live tonight
Bit lower.
and a bit straighter. Not
Yes, yes, yes.
There's not much straight round here.
How are we? How are we all this fine evening? Yes, it's incredibly bright, isn't it? I don't even know whether we need that big light on. Who knows?
Welcome to, and many thanks to, our lovely moderators, Kelly, Booby, and Hedge Rider.
Yes.
I'm not sure if they're all here. I think they are.
Kelly's definitely here. Hench is in the house. Hey,
Oh.
god damn!
H-Meister.
And we say a little hello before we properly get started. We'll say hello to Deneen, hello to Ash, on a working holiday in a rural house up north in Spain. Wi-Fi is slow, but we'll watch you guys tonight.
Fabulous.
Rex Trek, Angie, Sharon, Gabby SPN, us three vegans, Alice Sabrina, Sharon, Fat Vegan Gets Fit, Star Cradle, Pauline, Vegan Sarah. Oh, it's going so quick. Beverly, JJ Star, Abigail, EH. Bobby's here in the house now, rocking it. Fabulous. Welcome, one and all, to, as Paul said, a bit of a random live.
I can't do this.
We were missing you guys.
Yeah, we didn't want to. So we've got a great new quiz ready for next weekend. Well, it's not quite ready yet, but we're doing a quiz either next Friday or Saturday night, one of the two. Maybe Friday night. Yeah, next Friday night.
Friday night,
we're going to be doing a quiz. But we just felt like having a chat because we've all been hella busy of late. No doubt you've seen. Jason's back in work a couple of days a week, so that's been our biggest change of the last couple of weeks. Because, of course, we've had months together every day, haven't we? So Jason going back to work was a bit of something to get used to. And all the news about let's not harp on about it, but things kicking off again in every state in America just because they came out of lockdown, basically. So it's been a bit meh, and we thought let's just go on and have a chat,
lighten the load a little bit. Touch base with this wonderful community on here, because we are massively appreciative of it. I think we've talked about it before in other vlogs about how being content creators is reciprocal. So, we enjoy making content and we want to put stuff out to help people, but also all you awesome people are helping us. You're helping us keep our spirits up, keep us motivated. You give us ideas and suggestions, which is great. And we really appreciate it.
And, let's not forget as well, it is this community, and not just this community, not just subscribers on this channel, but YouTube in general.
Oh, Muddy Paws.
Muddy Paws, thank you, my love.
Thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you.
Oh, bless.
Has given me the inspiration to write this bloody book.
Yeah.
At last. Much more than just recipes. A guide to being vegan. So there's been those of you that did download the sample, and that's still available in the group on Facebook, by the way, that vegan group. That was literally the rough working of the first few days, but I've had lots of ideas since, so I'm going to tell you about them because I think it's interesting and I think it will be really helpful for people. So those of you that did download it, you saw the front section, which was the bit about us, talking about us and our journey. And then a great big massive couple of pages of links and resources to documentaries and films and books and cookbooks. Hench, you're in there, love. The only one I'm not an affiliate for. All the rest are Amazon links.
I've just noticed our stickers that Bobby's experimenting with.
Yay!
Love it. Love it.
Look at it, it's our heads. We give good head, honey. So yeah, there's all of that section, and then what I'm doing now is I'm doing. Oh, Darren, thank you, my love.
Thank you for the super chat, Darren. Bless you.
What I'm doing now is I'm going to do a vegan jargon page. So it's going to tell you what Evo stands for when you see it in a recipe, what Nooch is and how you can use it, what liquid smoke is and how you might want to use that, what liquid aminos is, you know, all these apple cider vinegar, all the little bits that we have and use for our cooking that are not transitionary. They're not already part of someone's store cupboard necessarily. So yeah, store cupboard items and, you know, jargon you might hear. And then today I've just done a breakfast ideas page. So just 4 breakfasts and a bit about them. And then I'm going to do 4 lunches and a bit about them, 4 evening meals and a bit about them. Then on with the recipes, and you know, it gives me a chance to link to our YouTube, other people's YouTube channels, all within the document. And much like our guide to Kefalonia, we set out to make the video we wish we'd seen before we went. This book is the book I wish I'd had when we first went vegan. Basically. Except it wouldn't have been as good then because there weren't half as much stuff available.
True. Yeah, majorly true. Yeah. And it's fair to say, I mean, as you can probably tell by Paul's chat for the last couple of minutes, Paul is doing 99.9% of the work on this book / resource. And I will literally just be going over it and kind of proofreading it just before it kind of officially gets published and is made available to download. So he's putting loads of work in on that. Oh, Marcus, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you, Marcus, very much.
And good evening. Thank you for joining us, of course. Hi to Marcus. Hi all, he says. Yeah, so it's really cool that, and I've kind of looked at a bit of it already, and the formatting's looking brilliant. And I think it is, as you say, it's going to be a brilliant resource. Some great meal ideas in there.
I just hope people watch at least one vlog. So, because I think in one vlog you get me. Do you know what I mean? You get our talk, you get my comedy, you get where I go sometimes. And because I'm writing it like that, do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If somebody doesn't know me, they might be like, oh, this is very badly written. And I'm like, read it in my voice, Karen. Your hips.
So true.
That's all I'm saying.
So, yes, a few comments here and there. Generally, people wishing us well. Comments about tofu presses. People looking forward to the quiz next Friday.
Oh, what's the comment about the tofu press?
Angie, I bought a tofu press from your Amazon store earlier.
Oh, marvellous. What, the Future one? You won't be disappointed, Angie. God, it's good.
It is, isn't it?
It's so good. It really is.
Oh,
that's the thing. I've got a page. I've got like... these items come up kind of, you know, so there's the tofu presses there. What else did I put there? Oh, my multi-blender, my 3-in-1 that's like a stick blender, a food processor and a mixer all in one, because I think that's a really handy, cheap tool.
And it's also really cool. Listen to me now, I'm going to talk like I sound like I know what I'm talking about. It's got a metal end on it so that you don't melt it if you're using it in a hot pan.
Which is why we bought it, because we melted our plastic one in a hot soup pan. Anyway, so there's the tofu press, one of those multi-blenders, the silicone muffin tray, and the silicone donut molds as well. But I've put the link. I've done There's an English Amazon link and an American one and a German one
So efficient.
on each product, so that if anybody wants to get one, they can help us out and we'll get a few pennies and you'll get a great item that we actually use ourselves.
Yeah, because let's face it, I mean, I think everybody knows the crack now with us. It's down to earth veganism. And part of that whole philosophy and whole process is we genuinely wouldn't recommend something unless we thought it was spot on, top notch, on that we'd used ourselves. So, you know, that kind of goes without saying, but I think it's important to mention it now and again. Yeah, loads of people, in terms of the different stuff that obviously you can get through the Amazon store as well, the storefront. I think one of the things is with just vegan food in general, and particularly for people who are transitioning into vegan, is a little bit around perseverance. But having new stuff and having stuff that makes it easier in the kitchen, like prime example, tofu. It requires a bit of perseverance, but it's so worth mastering it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a tofu press is kind of part of that process, really, isn't it? Or some way to...
Well, like it says in the book, it says, we tried 2 plates, a pan, 16 tins of beans, and a bag full of tea towels. And it just didn't work as well as it does with the tofu press, which is affiliate link down there in the description, along with our Amazon storefront, and our channel membership, and our Patreon, and our merch, and any other ways we could try and squeeze a few pennies.
Pennies make pounds.
Pennies make pounds.
For sure.
And they make me a happy employed boy. You know, this is my employment.
So, a couple of shout
I want
outs.
to penny all away.
I'm going to do a quick shout out to Gaz. I hope I've got this right. Gaz Riley wrote before that he is feeling great since turning vegan, which is awesome. So well done. And he's got the Aldi Spice Bean burgers. Love them. But why put corn in them? Why not? Why not?
Well, it's common ingredient, corn, in spicy Mexican foods.
Yeah.
In chilies, in, you know, so...
Yes. We must give a shout out to our good man. Well, I say that sounds a bit wrong, doesn't it? Our fella, our chappie, our awesome dude, Hench Herbivore. We kind of take it for granted that everybody who's in this community is aware and follows him. But if not, get over there, check his channel out for really informed information around plant-based, just, you know, all that stuff, whole foods plant-based. He is an encyclopedia when it comes to that sort of stuff. And also Jessica has said, she sent us a message earlier in the week, so we will check that out about sending us something. And we've had, you know what, we've had a lot of people asking us over the last few months about P.O. Box or an address that they can send us stuff to. And although we would absolutely love that, as it stands right now at the moment, we can't really financially justify getting a P.O. box, but it is probably something we're going to look at in the future, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a couple of £100, I know, per year, but still, I mean, you know, that's, yeah, so...
It's just, you know...
I did look into it, though, because I was like, you know, I was kind of interested.
Yes, good evening to Tom. Thank you for joining us, Tom. Good evening, Jill. Jill tried the Oomph ribs today. Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've had them.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit hit and miss with the Oomph stuff. Some of it I like, and some of it I'm not a massive fan of. And also, is it the chunk one that's like massive pieces? I can't remember which one it is. There's one of the Oomph range that's just like really big.
Yeah, the chunk.
Yeah, really big pieces that need to be sorted.
We had wraps tonight. We had a gorgeous big salad, and I had half a bag of the Iceland no chick strips left, so I cut them really thinly with yellow pepper and onion, steam fried them, and put peri peri salt, smoked paprika. Got one of those garlic and chili grinders, bit of that. What else did I put in there? I think that was it, actually. It was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely spot on. AM Claire has said, strangely enough, I don't know how, Claire says, I have the same t-shirt as Jason.
Ah, is it the same colour as well? The green. Fabulous.
Yeah, Angie says, I'd like the t-shirt in a vest. Yeah, I think this hot weather as well at the moment, you know, our merch in vest format would be awesome. But who knows? Who knows what the future holds? Who knows? It's all a bit crazy at the moment, isn't it? And everyone is doing their best to keep their heads above water.
Yeah.
Particularly, you know, relatively small independent businesses. So yeah, we've got to help them out as best we can. Yes, lots of people. If you are enjoying the chat, by the way, if you would be ever so kind as to just turn the chat off for a second, just close it down, give us a quick like, and then come straight back to the conversation, because it does help us.
That would be lovely.
Gets the word out there. Down to earth veganism on the reg.
So anybody that saw, by the way, we had a pretty emotional day yesterday.
Yeah, well, emotional for you. Chin chin.
We harvested our first radish. She was beautiful. Beautiful. I called her Rebecca. Wiped a little soily ass. And put her in the fridge. And then, later on, we chopped her bottom off. We chopped her hair off. All her hair. Scalped her, really. Rinsed her under the tap. We cut her into pieces. 8 pieces. We had 4 each.
Imagine if someone's just joined this live now.
With us dinner. And you'll see the taste test of us eating Rebecca in a future video. One of our meal, you know, we've been doing here's what we've been eating. One of them. We'll show you us crunching on Rebecca.
We shan't be naming any more radishes or any other vegetables for that matter, or I certainly won't. But yeah, it was gorgeous, and it's proper nice to see the garden and the veggies progressing. It's slow progress though. Our spring onions, they're in cryo or something. They're just they're in limbo. They've not grown. They've not shrunk. They've not died.
They've grown.
Have they? Yeah. Not much.
Yeah. I'm quite worried about my beetroots, to be honest with you, because if you saw the gardening video we did yesterday, and I repotted all that beetroot, it's done exactly the same as one of my cucumber plants did. Basically got repotted and it was all like, and then it just went, I hate it. Life's horrible. It's horrible.
It is. That is literally the equivalent, the human equivalent of what the leaves are doing, the beetroot leaves. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. The lettuce leaves have sprung back that are in the troughs, so that's good. So yeah, thank you to those who are following us. Yeah,
need to?
Yeah, well, you know, I'm just there's not a massive amount, but yeah. So, fat vegan gets fit. Have you ever had Asda's own vegan cheddar cheese? It's amazing. I had cheese on toast before the live stream started.
We have. I think we featured it in one of our videos
a while back.
Either one of our shopping videos, or we did a taste test on it, and it was all right.
Yeah,
we're not eating a lot of vegan cheese at the moment. We're on a bit of a even when we're not eating whole food plant-based meals, we're still trying to watch our oil intake. Mm-hmm. We're not cooking with it. We're not dressing salads with it. And vegan cheese has a lot of oil in it.
Small steps, you know. Small steps. Sharon has said, new alt meat range at Tesco. Good lord, the beefless pieces are shockingly good with a meat-free OXO cube on them. Fabulous. That's good to know.
I forgot about those OXO cubes. I'll have to mention them in this book.
And Sherry has said,
Sherry baby, Sherry baby, Sherry, won't you come out tonight? Said what?
We need to space our tomatoes out a bit more, apparently, with the planted too close together.
Oh no.
I was screaming at you the other day because you asked planting your tomato plants too close together. Yeah, I did think 3 in that one pot might have been pushing it a bit. But we're running out of space. We need this phone call from one of these couple of allotments that we've put our names down for. We need this phone call to come through to say, lads, we've got you half a plot.
There's half an allotment here.
Half an allotment.
Edith couldn't handle it no more, and Bert's legs aren't working like they used to. Which is a shame, you know, to hear about such tales.
Bert might sit in a chair and watch you, though.
I don't think I'd want that.
He might be full of advice.
No, I'd be frightened.
Might be full of advice. Super chats. Jessica, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you, Jessica.
Share, thank you also for the super chat.
Good evening. Good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
Did you have somebody else highlighted?
No.
Didn't you?
If anybody has asked questions, and you may be new to our usual format,
Scroll up a tiny bit. Right.
Starshine loved our Wing It video. Yes, so we will
Which
definitely.
one? We've done a few.
We've done a few, haven't we? Now,
Yeah.
The most recent one was great.
We've done a really big shot there, like a proper big one. We did a this year one, very recently, and we've done an old shop and cook there, where I don't think there was much shopping, and then that was mainly showing the meal that we have from the stuff we get from there. I said to you, we need to go soon, didn't I? Because the tofu there, honest to God.
There is no better place to get your tofu, really, is there?
No, not at that price. It's incredible.
This is an interesting question, and as a rare one that is completely non-vegan related from Alice. But I think we're quite qualified to answer this, and especially you.
All right.
Nothing to do with veganism, but do you have any advice for moving house? I've lived in my first house for 3 years and I'm putting it on the market next week. I've not been in a chain before.
Well, we've never been in a chain before. Our friend was in Yelvertoft was in a chain recently that took quite a while. The only advice I would give you is don't let it stress you out. Sometimes just when it seems like everything's fine, it falls apart. That's normal. Unfortunately, that's not. However, because of the way the market's been at the moment and because it's been suppressed for quite a few months, it does seem that there's a lot of movement right now and like things are moving quickly.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed for you that it all goes really well and quickly and smoothly with no hiccups. But you know what they always say, and it's a good key for life in general: prepare for the worst, hope for the best.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Prepare the best you can. Try not to sweat the small stuff, which is, something, it's a saying that we both love from film, obviously. We both love.
I look right rough again, me.
I think it's the lighting, as well.
Turn it off.
You turn it off. Well, I'll turn it off. I don't know whether I'll need to.
Let's do this.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll help.
Oh, we'll soon see. See that sheet? That's a warm light. That's a
Just watching ourselves on the feed on the laptop here. Let's see if it's any better.
Trying to see if it's all right now. All right now, baby, it's a...
I don't know if that's any better, to be honest. I think we're probably better off with the light on. But hey ho. Hey ho. Alice says, thanks guys, I've ironed my duvet sheets ready for the photos tomorrow. Excellent. Oh, nice one, Vegan Sarah. Subscribed to you guys a few hours ago. I'm loving all the content I've seen so far. Nice to hear a local accent. I'm from Warrington/Wigan.
Ah, lovely.
Oh, thanks for the sub, Sarah.
Just dark ruined.
Bless you. Bless yous all.
What's on our list, Jason?
So yeah, we've talked about a couple of our recent vlogs that we've uploaded. You've talked about the book.
Yeah.
The book. We just in general, I think it's always like this on our vlogs. But in a lot of negative stuff that's going on around the world at the moment, it's always nice to try and find some positives. And we've done this before. So throughout the chat this evening, any positives that have happened to you over the next couple of weeks, no matter how big or how tiny they may seem. We encourage you to share them in the chat, not just for us, but for other people to read, because you never know when something you've done is going to lift somebody else's spirits. So yeah, a little bit of a minor distraction from all the silliness and the balminess going on in the world.
Can I share first?
Share away.
A few days ago, when Jason went back to work for the first time, so last week.
Last Tuesday.
Yeah, I had an horrible day. I was like, I'm bored now, my husband's not home. I'm not even getting dressed. I sat on the settee all day and just kept clicking on different things on YouTube. I watch mainly YouTube. All day. And then he came home and we had our dinner and everything. And the next morning I thought, do you know, I've been talking about the bloody recipe book for ages. So I got up, I got dressed, I got my together, and I started writing one. And now I'm 11 pages in.
There you go.
And it's going to be free. But if you benefit from it, I expect you to go, oh yeah, have a couple of quid over PayPal.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But the aim is to help more people.
Yeah, absolutely. With the book, definitely.
Yeah, with all the info.
Jessica has been offered 3 jobs this week and started a new business after being made redundant earlier this month due to COVID. So that's pretty awesome, Jessica.
That's great news.
AM Claire, I'm looking forward to camping next weekend. Any suggestions on easy, tasty meals?
Sainsbury's do like curried chickpeas in a tin, which is really easy for when you're camping. You know those dried things? Granos, are there something called?
Yeah.
Company called. They do like a dried powdered sausage mix. You can just mix it with water, shape it and fry it. Really, really good. We usually take tins.
Tins, yeah. Pasta is an fairly easy one to do. Tins are really easy because, you know, there's a good mixed bunch of stuff. If you want to get creative and sort of put a bit more effort in, it's easy to do that as well. You can do that if you're well prepared. I always say the same thing as well. If you're camping out of a car, the world's your oyster, really.
Yeah.
Because, you know, space is
Chuck out you want
less of an issue. If you're backpacking or hiking, it might be different. But if you're camping out of a car, sky's the limit. Get yourself a cooler box, get some salad in there, get some other bits and bobs, packet couscouses, packet rices.
And it depends on where you're camping as well, because of course we're talking from camping mainly at festivals. Now, even Vegan Camp Out was different than most of the festivals we used to go to. We used to go to we used to go to one called Northern Green Gathering, and it was very green and it was very hippie. And even the last one we went to, they have a shop called Tap for Tibet.
Oh yeah.
And you could get fresh salad stuff there. So
pretty awesome. But yeah, just regular camping then, obviously.
I remember buying some massive tomatoes off a big beef eater tomatoes, and I cut them in half, middle ways, and fried them. And we had them with a tin of curried chickpeas and a naan bread. Oh, it was fit.
Yeah. So good. But yeah, if you've got a cooler box as well, like, you know, there wouldn't be anything stopping you taking some tofu with you. You know, it depends how long you're going for, and if you're going for like four nights or something, you'd want to probably get that eaten pretty quick.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And if it's an event, you probably won't end up taking too much, because you'll end up eating at all the fabulous plethora of, you know, if it's a vegan thing. Or most festivals have got a vegan eatery nowadays.
Yeah, definitely. A few more people sharing positives, which is always nice.
Read them, Jason.
I will pluck randomly at will. Kirsten, my business plan was approved and my business should be launching next month. A fully vegan business after only going vegan in January.
Fantastic.
That's deserving of a round of applause. That's amazing. That's really cool. Really, really cool. Yes. Lots of positive things. I might have missed something earlier. May says, I'm late for a very important date. Yes. Fantastic stuff. Yes, I've not shared a positive, so
Share one.
I'll share a positive. There's probably quite a few, to be honest. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Hannah.
Great work on Statson's book. Right. Finding 50% extra free broccoli the size of my head and getting ID at 32. Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat.
That's
Thank
great,
you very
Hannah.
much.
Love that. Love that. I did get ID'd once or twice in the
Got
late
off my
20s,
fat
early
ass and
30s.
lost some weight finally. Well done, Lisa.
Well done, Lisa. That's cool. Yeah. My positive is going to be, I'm going to keep it really, really simple. I'm going to acknowledge that I have been more impacted with everything that's going on in the world over the last couple of weeks than I have the last couple of months. But I'm going to acknowledge also that I think I and us have collectively handled it really well. We've recognised when we need to dip in to find out about the chaos. But we've also recognised when we need to dip out and have some chill time and some downtime, and I think we've managed that quite well.
Angie says, does getting a new recycling bin count as positive?
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course it does.
Oh, put that to one side. Yeah, without a doubt. Kirsten, have to say a big thank you to you both for my continued veganism. I planned on doing the month and thought I'd hate it, but I loved it, and your recipes and vlogs showed me how easy veganism is. Awesome.
So what's your business, Kirsten? What are you going to be doing?
Tom Hemmings, our positive this week is that our local independent pizza takeaway relaunched post-lockdown with a new menu. They have now added 4 vegan options. No more customising needed. Very tasty too. Amazing.
Fantastic.
Everyone's making the step in the right
Everybody's
direction.
jumping on board.
Oh, yeah. Angie says our old bin was minging. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. So...
Speaking of bins, I need to add a compost bin.
Yeah, we do need a compost bin at some point fairly soon, don't we?
Yeah.
Shall we have a short musical interlude?
Would you like to?
And then we can carry on and kind of do the dedicated Q&A.
Would you like me to be the cat?
Don't. Please don't. Kirsten says, quick update. It's a false eyelash brand, all faux, mink and vegan and cruelty free. Was so fed up of brands saying their lashes are cruelty free, but they're made of mink fur.
Ah, fantastic.
And Jessica...
Hey, keep me posted about that. I'm a drag queen. Especially if we get some big ones.
Surviving life after it all falls apart. You are a little bit late, but you haven't missed too much. And the most important thing, as we always say, is you're here now to join us.
And Jason's just about to sing a song.
Yeah, little musical interlude. So, precursor.
Why don't you clip this on your guitar?
I might just put it on the table in front of my guitar. Little hint on this song. So this is a song called Better to Know. And anybody who's on the live tonight is getting a sneak peek of this recorded today, which will hopefully be uploaded to our YouTube channel over the next day or two. So this is like a sneak peek of the song, raw, unplugged, in the kitchen, no amp, no mic, just me.
Do it, promise. Yay! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mr. Jason Bromley and his guitar, Gary.
open, living for each day, 'cause there's no other way. Information spreading like a cancer. I'm gonna start that again. I'm gonna start it again. I've sang the first part of the first verse and the second part of the second verse in one verse.
Oh no,
I
Jason.
do apologise. What do you do when you notice? What do you see when your eyes open? Which way to turn? 'Cause I'm stepping out day by day, hour by hour I focus, trying to find all the answers, trying not to think about the showdown, living for each day, 'cause there's no other way. Information spreading like a cancer. Better to know than not to know. Better to learn and then you show what it means, what you can do. I am no better than you. Comes a time to make a stand. I will hold you by the hand when all around you sheep will gather. Ask yourself, does it matter? What's going on is a process. What's happening now is a journey. Is it too much to take? Don't back away. Just when I thought we were making progress. Better to know than not to know. Better to learn and then you show what it means, what you can do. I am no better than you. Comes a time to make a stand. I will hold you by the hand when all around you sheep will gather. Ask yourself, does it matter?
Well done, mister.
There we go, little musical interlude. Hope you all enjoyed. Oh, is that going to stay pot? Oh, thank you, mister. For a little drinky.
I think I've put it in the right place.
Oh, it's just gone all...
Oh no!
It's all gone graphically roboty.
Oh, it's all gone weird on the screen.
Oh, May.
Thank you, May.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, everybody, for the kind words. Hope it sounded okay. I suspect my vocal was probably louder than the guitar. But like I say, tomorrow or the day after, the video will be up with hopefully better video quality.
Yes, you've got an actual. You've properly filmed it today. Haven't you?
Properly filmed it, like right proper. I have.
I think that might be better. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes. Thank you so much, everyone. Hannah, Bobby, Sherry, Tom, Deneen, those three vegans. Russell, audio was perfect, mate. Oh, nice one. That's good. That's good to know. Always a bit of a gamble with the two mic setup, but constantly learning. Oh, yeah.
I forgot about my microphone. Shall we just have a little moment of ASMR? How are you? Are you feeling alright? Are you feeling happy? Yes, it was lovely that. Well done, Mr.
Thank you. Yeah, the problem is, of course, this is the eternal dilemma, and anybody in the community chat this evening will probably realise. Thank you so much for the super chat, Vegan Sarah. Bless you. Really appreciate that. Yeah, any creatives that are in the community this evening, and I should imagine a lot of you are, having sung that now and having recorded it earlier, I feel now like I want to record it again because I think I could sing it better. Terrible dilemma of being a creative soul and being quite critical of yourself. So anyway, that's by the by.
Jeannie, of course. Hello, Fifi.
Hi, Fifi.
Jeannie's granddaughter.
Oh, fabulous. So we are going to crack on with the sort of Q&A section.
Does anybody have any questions, any burning questions, whether you're new to veganism?
Oh, Jason, thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you for the kind words. That's awesome. Always really appreciated. It means a lot. It really does. So we have got a question.
Go on.
This is like our dedicated Q&A that we always have towards the end of our live streams. So ASMR Pillow, how long do you think until advertising animal products on TV will be made illegal? Should this be something that vegans, animal activists are campaigning for? Interesting question.
Yes, I do. And I'm so glad you've mentioned this, because along with many other things, it's something I want to do a vlog about at some point. Because just today, I switched on the TV, and it was normal terrestrial TV, so it would have been a channel like BBC or something. That's what comes on as standard before we put YouTube on. And there was a chef talking about cod cheeks and saying, oh yes, it's the best part of the fish. And I was like, it's a fish's face? And it's so normalised, isn't it?
That's the difficulty.
It's so normalised into culture. But if we don't get a grip, or if we don't get our heads around zoonotic diseases and how many of them there have been, and how we're in the middle of a pandemic of one now,
big time,
and that there are more coming, and yet it's by this, leg of lamb, £4 a kilo or what, and you're like, really? When the UN is urging people to work towards a vegan diet, when climate experts are urging people to acknowledge that animal agriculture is one of the main culprits, when health professionals are urging people to eat less meat, it's an uphill
battle, is what it is. It's an uphill struggle. Major uphill struggle. But the more that people are talking about it, the more that high profile people are talking about it in the right way, the more that people are doing it for the right reasons, for the animals and for the environment first and foremost, and preferably health as a secondary component. But so much work to be done around
absolutely,
and also getting away from this taboo that is the word vegan. All of a sudden, like over the last year or so, all of a sudden it's taboo to be a vegan. Oh, it's okay to be plant-based, but don't use the word vegan because some people might get a bit upset about it. No, we're vegan, and that's the way it's going to stay, in my humble opinion. Jessica has an interesting one, and this is always something that I think a lot of vegans struggle with. We've dealt with some really negative and disrespectful family and friends surrounding our veganism this week. How do you deal with this?
But I just don't put up with it, point blank. If I'm in your home and you're a meat eater and you want to talk about meat, then I have no place to say anything. However, in my home, I do not allow those conversations. Our mums were having a very, very innocent conversation about fish fingers around the table at one of our family meals a few months ago.
Back in the day.
And I stopped them both and said, do not talk about animal produce in this house. This is a vegan house. And you're being served a vegan meal. Don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Please.
And I think a lot of the time, people, because I'm the same, and I think Paul's the same, to be honest, as well, deep down, none of us want to end up uncomfortable and confrontational with our friends and family.
No.
The people that we care for and love.
In general.
Yeah, with people in general, but especially the people that you care for, genuinely care for and love. But at the same time, you know what? Own it. Own it. Own it.
I will beg, plead, and urge you to think about things from the animal's point of view. But it's pointless my screaming in your face about it, because we always say this: everyone has exactly the same access to exactly the same information. What you choose to do with it is your call.
True.
If you choose to ignore it,
Yeah.
I don't. And because I know it, I've took action. So please don't try and make me feel guilty about that. Please don't knock it. You do you.
Yeah.
Boo.
I'm pretty confident now after being in our sixth year vegan. Seventh?
We're in our seventh.
I thought we were in our sixth.
No, we've done our full 6.
Oh, right. Okay.
We're in our 7th.
I'm pretty confident now that nobody would be able to belittle me and my choices in being vegan, and nobody would be able to try and make me feel less than or inferior or stupid, because I would always bring it back to 2 things. One, the science that backs it up. Oxford, Harvard, World Dietetic Association, to name but 3. And also, if that doesn't always work and actually just shut people up straight away, then you can always bring it back to, right, so actually you're putting the life of an animal before your taste buds.
And it's one of those things as well, if people, depending on how deep people get into the conversation, like if they do the whole thing, well, if you're on a desert island and there were only animals, they do that whole thing. I would always turn that around and say, right, well, we're not on a desert island, obs. We're in society. So if I gave you an axe now and a pig, could you deal with it yourself in the backyard? I know you say you're a carnivore, but carnivores can eat meat raw and not get sick, funnily enough, and have very pointy teeth. So, I always try and switch it back to somebody. It's like I told a guy once I was vegan, old chef down at the golf club, actually. And he said, "Are they leather shoes?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "You're not vegan then, are you?" And I said, "What?" Because I own a pair of leather shoes that I owned pre-vegan and that I'll wear until they fall off my feet. That's not how it works. As a vegan, I have never bought leather or feather or anything tested on animals or animal products.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Some of the things that I owned pre-vegan, I still keep. I'm not being a wasteful human. That's not what this is. There's an answer to everything. And let's not forget that the core of being vegan is about avoiding all products of animal origin or suffering as far as is practicable and possible.
Kind of went off it's a bit of a tangent there from the initial question, but yeah,
All of that's to do with
yeah,
what?
it's relevant.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't a criticism. It was
Sorry.
quite a
Sorry.
long answer.
Sorry. Hopefully somebody else watches it in the future.
Absolutely. On a slightly different note, Deneen says, Paul, are you going to dye your hair a bright colour again?
I don't know, because I did it that mermaid blue and I loved that. That was the dead bright one. Then I did it the darker blue and I hated that, to be honest with you, because it was dark again. And that took ages to wash out. So I said to Jay when he did this for me today, I'm just going to use the white heat. Bleach London. Is it? No, it's not Bleach London. It's Superdrug Zone, I think.
Oh, I'm not sure.
That white
I've
heat.
moved it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just this white heat colour afterwards. But this is the Bleach London kit. And it's really good for my hair because I've only got the strip. And you get 2 powder bleach packets and a little bottle of peroxide. So I've got the next one there ready for next time. Because I've only used 1 packet of bleach.
Yeah. I'm impressed with how it's come out. It's come out really good. Because it's, bleach from Superdrug. Angie, you might be able to answer this one. I'm not 100% sure, but it's a random one. My daughter wants a frozen makeup house. What can I get her instead? I think you might have to elaborate on that, Angie.
Why is that a thing? A frozen makeup house? Is it not vegan? Is there something that's not vegan about it? Do you think about that with kids' toys?
Yes, I don't know.
I suppose that's a good, because we don't have kids, so it's not something we've ever had to.
Yes, you would have to elaborate, Angie, in terms of what that actually is, because we could assume, but of course we should never assume. Never assume.
Any other questions, Jason?
Let's have a see. People talking about the advertising of animal products. That conversation is still going on. It's a very important conversation. The cognitive dissonance is a real thing, and it's an incredibly difficult thing to break down. People forget very, very quickly, as we've seen recently with other things that I won't go into right now. So yes, any other questions? Any other questions? Yes, Russell, very, very good point. More of a statement than a question, but a very good point there made by Russell. Pseudoscience, it's the new pandemic and it's highly contagious if you haven't got your wits about you. So very true. Lots of scientists out there to support Dr. Trump that I have started referring to him as. Yes, Marcus talking about the Cravendale adverts. Yeah, it's not milk. Yes, it is milk. It feels like they're trying to mislead. Completely agree. Yes. We're all singing from the same hymn sheet, aren't we? When it comes to this stuff. I'm going to scroll down. Yes. Have we missed any questions?
It doesn't look like we have.
Oh, a B12 spray. Helen says they're doing a spray in Holland and Barrett. A B12, buy one, get one half price. And Angie says, I think it's a makeup gift set with a Frozen theme. Of course. So yeah, therefore unlikely to be vegan then. Have you checked, Angie, just to see? Because you might be pleasantly surprised. You never know these days.
It's seeming to be the case that it's actually easier to make vegan makeup than it is not.
Yeah.
These days, so many companies, even Trixie Mattel's new range.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Well, she'd have been daft not to, really.
Trixie Cosmetics. What's that lipstick of hers that I really wanted? Can't remember.
Pam, interesting question, and I don't really know the answer. I can speculate. Pam says, do you believe the articles that say 90% of people that buy the fast food plant-based offerings are meat eaters? I'd say they probably are. I think a lot of people that go into fast food places and choose the vegan option are choosing it for health reasons, not because they're vegan.
Yeah.
I think I would say that's probably right, Pam. Could be completely mistaken, but an educated assumption would be that the vast percentage are picking it for health reasons and they're not vegan. But you know what? It's a step in the right direction, and it means that less animals are being slaughtered. So, you know, small. It's my saying of the night, isn't it? Tonight, small steps, but it is. The frustrating thing, of course, is that a lot of the time we all feel like the small steps aren't enough. So even ourselves, as down to earth vegans,
But it's important not to get frustrated by that, because this is what I've noticed in the vegan world, and especially in vegan groups. It's like somebody is doing the 1 day a week thing, or they're trying, and they just get attacked by people, and people get attacked for, why have you bought that? It's in plastic. Why have you? I did a whole thing about the plastic and produce police. You know, like fake meats and stuff. It's we're alone to ourselves, the vegan community, and we believe in celebrating any small move that someone's making, and we will continue while they're making it to urge them to keep looking into it, keep finding out a bit more. Ask yourself, are you happy being a part of that? Because that's what it's about. Are you happy giving your money to that kind of cruelty and environmental destruction and personal health destruction? Are you happy to keep paying for that? All of that? Or are you not?
all that, yeah.
I'm on quite a deep one tonight. Not
yeah.
negative though, I hope.
No, I don't think so. Bobby, on a slightly lighter, brighter note, thank you, Bobby, so much. Could we all have a social distance hug, please? She says. Can we all have a social distance hug? Feeling the love, feeling the love. There we go. Interesting one from James. I kind of don't want to go near this with a 10-foot barge pole, to be honest, but that's a really weird one, James.
Go on.
Do you think it makes me a hypocrite to be in the army even though they won't let me be vegan? I don't know. Is that true, James? Is that accurate? And which army are you in that won't let you be vegan?
What? Yeah, why wouldn't they let you be vegan? Mind you, I've never seen a vegan MRE. I've seen vegetarian MRE.
Yeah, no, I'm genuinely curious. It's an unusual thing
you
because
should be able to request that, really.
aren't there certain laws in place now? Certainly in the Western world, and there was a precedent set for this, whereby you know, if you say you're vegan, they have to.
Oh, you're talking about Portugal. That it was every public building, schools, hospitals, blah, 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 have to now by law offer a vegan option.
But then, you know what? Actually, you know what? The reality of it is, vegans struggle in NHS hospitals in this country to get vegan food. So,
elaborate a bit on that for us, will you?
Yes, and whilst James hopefully is still around and could possibly elaborate on that, some quick questions that we can probably answer quite quickly is, do you struggle to find, Lisa says, do you struggle to find vegan takeaways? It's impossible where I'm from.
Yes, we never used to, and now we do again. We've got the fabulous Zad's takeaway. We did a taste test video worth checking out. But it's maybe once a fortnight or something there, and it's whether you've got the money then. Are you in the mood for it then? Do you know what I mean? It would be nice to have something a bit more. We used to have a Chinese, but then the reason I started going to Wing Yip was because the Chinese was costing a fortune.
Yeah.
And my friend Lee, you know the story if you've seen the video, said, you could buy all this at Wingate, and now we go regularly. So converting to your own homemade fakeaway night
Yeah.
is, you know, and properly make it
Make an effort.
make it a fakeaway.
Yeah.
If you would have had mango chutney and a curry and naan bread and rice, make sure you get all of that together. You know, that's what we do with the Chinese, and we love it.
Alice, do you guys like Cats the musical? No, not really, to be honest. I'm not a massive Weber fan.
I've never seen it. I have no intentions of watching the film. I like one or two of the songs.
That's fair.
But it always seems to be portrayed like a very twee musical with very little substance. So
Quick question, quick answer.
I'd rather depth than facade.
Yeah.
I'd rather dirt and depth than fancy and facade.
Oh, Gaz says apparently they have got a vegan pub near where he lives called the Caledonia. That's pretty awesome.
Where do you live, Gaz?
Kelly's just asked that. Where do you live, Gaz? Sounds like vegan heaven on earth. South Liverpool, hipster heaven.
Oh,
nice.
Been to Liverpool a few times.
Yeah. L1 though, predominantly.
Stuart, who is the other half of the Vegan Queens, is a lecturer, tutor at LIPA. So I've been over quite a few times for rehearsals and shows and things, or just during the day, and usually visit the Egg Cafe. Love that place.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think the other thing, going back, a few people have mentioned like some of the takeaways and that, and you know, Papa John's and some of the others. I'm not particularly trusting of takeaways that can potentially do vegan stuff and say they will. I've read a lot of horror stories from pizza takeaways like Papa John's that you know, and is it the other one is Pizza Hut, I think, where they've got pizzas and they've had cheese on it when it shouldn't have been there, and it's got dairy on it, and it, you know.
We had a bit of a phase of kind of just getting chips and peas from the chippy.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Yeah.
When we just couldn't be bothered, kind of, and we'd have that with a bit of sauce and stuff. But I'd rather have peace of mind and a delicious meal I've cooked myself and that's cost me a fifth of what I would have paid at a takeaway. But that's me, and I completely understand that needing a break, because I'm not a mother. I completely understand that properly needing a break.
Yeah.
You know.
Gaz says also, related to Liverpool, check out the Purple Carrot next time we're in the area.
Oh,
I've heard of the Purple Carrot in Liverpool.
I might have gone past it with Stuart. Might have done. End of last year.
Yeah.
I might have gone past it.
Damp Flannel, interesting comment. I might not be able to read the last word. It depends. I don't think we'll get any issues. A big part of why I'm sticking to veganism is the community. Being amongst people with a similar care for animals and the earth as a whole is honestly refreshing AF. Most definitely, yeah. It's fair to say, Damp Flannel, though, that, and we've commented on this in a few of our vlogs, that the vegan community is a microcosm of the world as a whole.
Yeah.
And we ain't half over the last few years come across some really up their own backside vegans.
Just very judgmental people. Who talk like they live on an orchard. It's like, why would you even go to a shop? Why would you do that?
Careful.
I just eat quinoa and satsumas and I lie in the sun. We're like, really?
Damp Flannel said that again about Papa John's. Yeah, I just can't trust them. Whether they're doing it on purpose or whether they're doing it accidentally. I've read too many stories, too many times, of stuff getting fudged in the kitchen and then it getting delivered and what have you. I don't need it in my life. We don't, really.
Vegan is the new halal.
Yeah.
To a large percentage of the population, they completely disagree with anything halal, without considering it anything any kind of slaughter that they benefit from, or any kind of abuse they benefit from. They focus on just the, oh, halal, it ruins everything, rah, 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 rah. And we are the new that.
Yeah.
Now,
To a point, yeah.
with young, stupid people who don't think things through, who work in fast food joints, and they're just like, yeah, keep vegan.
Yeah.
It would have been a P word a few years ago. People love to hate. It's very strange. It's something I've never understood about humans. I hate carrying hate in my heart.
Connor, hey Jason and Paul from Blackpool, how would I change someone to vegetarian to vegan? I'm assuming from vegetarian to vegan. Point them in our direction. Be a good place to start, because a lot of people over the last few years have commented to us that our down-to-earth veganism is what's really helped them, and the fact that we're not really preachy and we're quite gentle in our approach, and that Paul's done some amazing vegan recipes and stuff that are really easy to pick up.
It depends what you watch of ours.
Yeah, true.
Because it's like,
True.
I mean, I would recommend Dairy is Scary, which is a little 5-minute video by Erin Janis, who's a Canadian vegan YouTuber. It's a brilliant video. It's had millions of hits because it's powerful, because it lays out the truth about the dairy industry in 5 minutes. It tells you everything you need to know about the dairy industry. And there's also, you know, just look up videos from any atypical chicken factory where the male chicks are, if it's a big posh place with machinery, ground alive in a mincer, and if it's just a small scale thing, they might be either gassed maybe, or put in a black bag and suffocated and buried alive.
Well, let's think about how
because they're male and they're of no use to the egg industry. But if someone's veggie and they care about animals,
I don't know whether that will necessarily work. It didn't work for us.
as soon as we found out about the...
Yeah, but you've got to, for some people, you've got to have a more gentle approach, haven't you? They're not going to sit and watch that stuff. They're just not going to sit and watch it. And in fact, the vast majority will not sit and watch that stuff because it immediately impacts them, and then it puts them in a place where, oh, I've got to think. Oh no, I've got to think. I've got to think about my actions.
Well, yeah, that's what you're trying to get someone to do, is think, but maybe gently, by just asking them, why are you vegetarian? Because if somebody says, I can't stand the thought of cruelty to animals, that's when you can say, do you know about what happens in the dairy industry and in the egg industry? Because they're as bad, if not worse.
That's a really good point, actually, that Paul makes. Is I think in any conversation where you are the vegan, you are the plant-based person, and you love animals, find out where the other person's coming from as a starting point. Why are they questioning it? Why is the thought in their head in the first place? What's led them down this side street? Like Paul said, if they come back to you with an answer that is focusing on the animals, then you're probably in a pretty good place to have a conversation, aren't you?
Yeah, it's one of the paragraphs in the book, by the way, about acknowledging and focusing on why you want to be vegan. If it's the animals, make sure pin it on the fridge, do whatever that keeps it in the forefront of your mind. I'm doing this for the animals. I'm doing this because I can't stand the thought of an animal being used and abused against its will, and me paying for it happily.
Marcus Waterworth, I like Carnage by Simon Amstel. That was a brilliant programme. It was set in the future where all the older people were dealing with the guilt of eating animals. Nobody ate animals anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, like a dark sort of satirical comedy kind of thing.
It's like a Black Mirror.
Yeah. Really good stuff. Right, we will be wrapping up fairly quickly because we've got stuff to watch on Telebox and I'm working tomorrow.
Oh, well, let's end. Can we end with that?
End with what?
Telly.
Yeah, we usually do, don't we? Yeah. So I will pick another couple of quick questions.
Okay.
And then we will wrap up. Let's have a see. Gaz, more of a question, statement than a question. My dad was enough to make me vegan. He used to eat anything, all red meat. Yeah, it's often the case, isn't it?
I was raised with it.
Good point, Russell.
Oh, Star Cradle, I'm sorry, my love. I noticed your comment just before we came on Facebook.
Yes.
It's not online anywhere. I've actually got it on video, but not on like digital or anything. What?
That's something that you should get sorted.
I know.
Get it off the VHS.
But it's not great anyway because it was filmed like at the back of the audience. So it's quite a distant shot.
It's not great, but it's still something. It's the only video of that premiere of the show. So that's definitely something you should, even if it's not particularly great quality. If you can get it converted into digital, we might be able to do something with it in the video editing software.
Yeah.
And getting a little bit closer to the action. So yeah, that's not online, Star Cradle, unfortunately.
However, one of the poem that was in Manchester Poets 2, I read it out on one of my kitchen vlogs.
Yeah. And that book can still be purchased, can't it?
In fact, because you put tags, because I put tags in videos, if you go to our channel and use the search feature and look for either poem or poetry, the video with it in should come up, because I will have put it in one of the tags. There you go. There's a trick. Whatever you're looking for on our channel, if you go to the channel itself, use the search bar. You're looking for tofu recipes, just search tofu, they'll all come up. You're looking for soup, they'll all come up. You're looking for burgers, sausages, bacon, cheese, chocolate eggs, Spain, Catalonia.
You name it.
Gay relationships, music, drag, whatever you're looking for, search, and you shall find.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think we can wrap things up there. We've answered lots of questions.
Well, let's just finish on the the recommendations.
TV and film recommendations of stuff we've watched over the last couple of weeks.
And really enjoyed.
It's almost becoming Those Vegan Guys live tradition, isn't it? Our little chat at the end as we wrap things up.
Yeah.
Russell, maybe another time, good sir. Maybe another time, who knows? But let's not forget the video will be uploaded ASAP in all its glory, fingers crossed. So yeah, my recommendation over the last couple of weeks is a series called Unbound, which is absolutely fantastic. A really creative and unusual way of doing animation. And live actors as well. We both absolutely loved it, didn't we?
Yeah, it's live action filmed and acted with an animated film over it. It's visually excellent, but so well acted.
Yeah.
Such an unusual series.
Really unusual, really out of the box, kind of space and time travel, changing time without giving too much away. As Paul said, great actors. And the episodes are really short, about 20-25 minutes, and I think there's 8, so you can whip through it quite quickly. So that is Unbound. That is my recommendation.
And 2 quick films on Amazon Prime that both kind of have an LGBT angle to them. The first one is called
Giant Little Ones.
Giant Little Ones. It's beautiful. It's beautifully acted. It's a brilliant story. It has some really poignant moments if you're a Percy Adlon, the director, fan at all. His style of moments, a la Baghdad Cafe and The Vision in the Sky. It's really young. It's really heartfelt. It left me feeling warm. It left me feeling really emotional and really nostalgic. And the music from beginning to end is brilliant.
Yes.
All the way through. The entire score takes you places emotionally with the film. At the end of it, I was like, oh, I loved that. And it's rare for me, but I loved it. Giant Little Ones on
Giant
Amazon.
Little Ones.
And one more LGBT film, which is an Irish comedy drama that we watched recently. It's called Dating Amber, also on Amazon. It's just lovely. Again, with the music, although maybe not quite as poignant as Giant Little Ones, but still some tingles in there and some just really nice moments, really well acted, believable characters,
Funny.
and very funny, and a powerful ending, a real statement.
Yeah.
Just so worth watching.
Deceptively powerful film because it's Irish comedy. The two lead actors, male and female actors, absolutely brilliant. The whole cast is brilliant, to be fair, but they're amazing. But yeah, because it's there's so much comedy and it's so funny, it actually, you forget sometimes just what serious subject matter is being presented. So yeah, Dating Amber. So those are our recommendations from stuff we viewed over the last couple of weeks. It's been an absolute pleasure this evening, as always.
It's been a joy, guys and gals.
Give us a like.
Please, thank you to Hedge Rider Bobby and Kelly, our fantastic moderators.
Woo!
Keeping this place in check and giving of themselves every time we have a live chat. Ladies, we love you.
We do.
Thank you. Everybody that's super chatted us tonight, thank you so much. Everybody that's just come along and had some interaction with us, even the people who dislike every video we make, you're thinking of us all the time, and you're still subscribed and have that notification bell so that you can dislike our videos. And I love that about you, because you're determined. Love you.
Ah, bless everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. If you haven't liked, then please, as you're heading out, switch the comments off. Give us a quick like and a quick thumbs up. If you're here for the first time, you've just discovered us, do consider giving us a subscribe and click the bell for notifications. And there are a couple of people. Gaz is one of them. Gaz Riley, absolutely brilliant. Cheers for the advice on the Liverpool Eats. He's going to binge watch all of our videos now, he says.
Marvellous.
So if there's anybody else new, there's all kinds of stuff.
Yes, if you like this kind of video, there's a whole list, chats, rants, where all of our lives are there. There's recipes, there's shopping vlogs, there's travel vlogs, there's eating out vlogs. Oh, it's the right busy channel.
Bit of music.
Oh, we're right busy.
Laughter.
Oh, we're busy.
Busy boys. Busy boys doing difficult things. No, but seriously, thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the super chats.
Thank you for watching.
For all
Thank you
of the
for
support.
liking, all of you.
Yeah. Bye.
Love you, mister.
Love you. Oh. Now you're going to do your thing.
I'm going to. Oh, yeah.
Bye, everyone. Bye. He's going to do his closing now. Bye.
I'm going to do my closing in ASMR. You don't have to see my mouth move to know what I'm saying. So thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon. And until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other.